Good evening. How are we tonight? Nice to see everyone here. Let's just get through the technicalities and ensure that everyone can hear me. And we will get started. So, my name is Danielle. I am known as the Divine Channeler, and I will be here for the next hour or so. We'll be doing some free readings, which I do suggest that you like and share the page just to offer an exchange of energy. And then we'll be doing a trance channel transmission. So if you are new here, I can see that Ricky's here. Hello. And Karen, hello. They are some of the regulars. If you're new here or if you are not new here, just excellent, Karen. Thank you for that. Just give me a hello. That'd be much appreciated. So I'm just going to share probably a little bit about what I have coming up first, and then we'll get stuck into some reading. So first things first, I'm just going to go with this stuff first. So, Living Wellness and Psychic Expo, as many of you know, I am the founder and owner and operator and everything for Living Wellness and Psychic Expo. And we have another event coming up in May. So it's Sunday, the 7th of May. It's a full day to relax, explore, and connect. And it is held in Goulburn at the Goulburn Workers Club. So it's only $8 entry, $5 for concession, and that $8 will give you, I was having a look at what we've got lined up for the stage presentations, which are totally free. And there's about 4 hours of free stage presentations. There's lots of psychic and mediumship, as well as some healing stuff. There's a little bit of everything in there. So, lots to see and do. We have our normal, regular, although they're not so normal and regular, we have our beautiful readers. So everything from psychic, mediumship, tarot, oracle cards, intuitive, channeled kind of readings. We have a lady coming that does numerology and also does twin flame readings. We have Rebs who does her aurograph readings as well. So she will draw your energy and bring through information that way. There is beautiful spiritual and wellness retailers as well. So you can pick up all your goodies, pick up some presents for Mother's Day, some beautiful gifts for yourself, and maybe you could have a healing while you're there. We've got some different healers with us this time. We've got Dale, the quantum lady, who is coming to do some light language transmissions. So that should be pretty exciting. Excuse me while I just kick my bin. So there is lots to see and do. So if you're in the area, come down and see us. So the next thing I have coming up after that, I believe, got to keep track of everything, is the MBS. I'll be with Linda, the Psychic Pinup, in booth B34. And so we're there Thursday, Friday, Saturday, Sunday reading. So that will be very exciting. So hopefully if you are in Sydney, come and see me there. Okay, so we might have a troll. We'll see what happens. Okay, next up, private sessions with me. So this space is really just a little snippet. It's a public forum. We don't get too far into the nitty-gritty regarding readings. So if you are interested in a private session with me for psychic readings, I suggest that you either message the page or you can call the number on the bottom of your screen. So with that, I also offer soul guidance sessions. So you come with an intention. I work with spirit. Spirit will offer me clairaudiently the questions for you. And we just gently unpack your intention and unpack even further with the questions from spirit and get to the core wounding. Then we move into a trance channel um, meditation where both of us will work together and spirit in order to clear and release what has been brought up and then move into healing so that you can feel more empowered and move forward in your life. The other thing that I have is house clearings. House clearings are very fascinating. So anything that goes bump in the night, and I'm talking anything, that is right up my alley. With that also comes or can come land clearings from the area, because if I'm there energetically and there's something else in the area that needs clearing, then generally I will get a heads up about that and will facilitate that, as well as any disturbances in the ley lines as well. And if you do like the trance channel and you would like to work with me. And I have this saying that we don't do the light and fluffy, we do the deep soul work. That is kind of my creed or my motto. So trans-channeled meditation and ascension classes, they happen online every Thursday from 6 till 7:30. So if you are interested in them, send me a message. You can send me a text message, call me, or send me a message via my Facebook page. That would be great. Alrighty. That's probably enough from me. So, like I said, it's really nice to have an exchange of energy. I'm offering my time and energy. And if you're interested in a reading, if you could like and share this live, that would be appreciated. And then pop down your questions. Okay. The question needs to be specific. Okay. I won't answer general questions. And from the get go, I've never answered general questions. If you're specific, it means that we can get straight to the information that you're after. Um, there are some areas that, as psychics, we won't go into. So we generally don't go into anything that is legal, or, sometimes I do health. But I just want to let you know that, it comes with a disclaimer that I'm not a health professional. So, yeah. Okay. We've got some questions coming in. So, hello everyone. Thank you for joining me. Thank you for, I can see a couple of new people on here, so that's fantastic. Okay, here we go. What's going on, Karen? Hang on, I've got to put my glasses on. Ah. Okay, it's easier if I read this one. Hi, Danielle, liked and shared. Thank you, Karen. Last week you did a reading for me and visualized guides around my desk. I remember you saying that. On Friday, I was let go from the job. I am in a bit of shock. What do you think is next for work and finances, please? Just know that anytime, you know, it's all about perspective, isn't it? So, you can either choose to be dismayed and despondent about what has happened, or you can choose to see it as an opportunity. Okay. The word that I'm getting is redirection. I haven't got my book out where I scribble. Something a little. Yeah. So the word is redirection. Hang on. Redirection, Karen. It feels like there's a more supportive environment coming your way. Let's tune right in. Hang on 2 seconds. Um, it's a really good idea for you to process that shock energetically from your system, so that you can then move into the new space without that energy attached. You can visualize doing some violet light coming in through your energetic field and into your system. So I just feel first and foremost it's about clearing the energy of the past in order for you to move forward. I know that's probably not what you want to hear, but it's really important that we do the work for ourselves. Um, this is a prime opportunity for you to decide exactly where you wanted to be. I'm not sure if you thought about study, but I am seeing small study, not big study like a new career, but small study. So whether you will upskill or it kind of feels like you might be going off in a different direction. So, this is your opportunity to reassess exactly where you would like to go direction wise. Do you work with people? Oh, that's a weird question. Sorry. Do you work helping people, caring for people? Um, or whether that's where you have been, because I'm seeing a sector in disabilities, but it's up to you what you want, what direction you want to take. Let's see. Okay. If you just want to give me some feedback, that would be wonderful. And then I can move forward a little bit more. Yeah. Look, I think there will be a short space in time between jobs, which is obviously not what you want to hear as well. Um, yeah. And it feels like, look, it feels like you're going to be okay. I just want to reassure you of that. And it feels like the right place is you're being redirected to the right place. Okay. Thought, yes, I have thought of study. Yes, that's what I have been doing in admin. So yes, you've been working in the disability sector in admin. Okay. If that's right, if you could send me a yes, there's a 30-second delay, so I've got to catch up with your comment. um, yeah, so anyway, it does feel like there'll be some upskilling. So have a look around at what you would really like to sink your teeth in, because this is a prime. Excellent. Okay. Yep. A relative suggested that I go casual work in a hospital, aged care more than disability. Aged care would require a little bit of upskilling, maybe, and so would a hospital. So, yeah, so I'm just, okay, here goes we've just got a couple of, what do we call them? Trolls. That's what I'm seeing, lovely. Caring for people. Okay. I really feel like it's going to sit well in your heart. Okay. So I hope that helps. Just bear with me 2 seconds and I'm going to see if I can get rid of this. Um, hasn't come up. This dude. Great, you're coming to Australia. That's bloody wonderful. How about you get on your own page? And it's funny, I cannot see him on here. Anyway, we're going to ignore trolls and God bless them as they are God blessing us. Okay. Sorry for the interruption, guys. Ricky James, am I relocating soon? Um, Straight off the bat, it doesn't feel like it's happening soon. Okay, it feels like there's things that need to be put into place before that happens. Things feel a little kind of uneven at the moment. I hope you know what I mean by that. Regarding is it the right decision? Y- no psychic can tell you whether it's right or wrong. The way the soul works, the way your journey here on the earth plane works, is that you get to make decisions. Doesn't matter what it is. Each decision will lead you to a set of circumstances that is part of your learning and your growth, and it's just opportunities. Okay, so the there's there's always going to be benefits and what could be perceived as downsides to each decision that is made, and especially with relocating. Okay, because it means starting again. But, yeah, it just feels like there's a delay around that, okay? So, it feels like you need to get your ducks in order regarding that, and then you'll be in a better position, um, for the move. It does feel like the move is happening, but it's not happening anywhere near as soon as what you would like it to happen, okay? And it's all dependent on you getting your ducks in a row, okay? So, I hope that helps. Okay. Thanks, Ricky. Karen, thank you for the reassurance. Okay, you said something else in here. I did aged care admin in a hospital for 15 years. Okay, great. It does feel like you're going to be more hands on though. Okay. But the choice is always in your hand. You guys have free will to do whatever you need to do. Okay. Kristen, what's going on, Kristen? We are moving but feel very stuck in regards to getting the wheels in motion. Feels or seems like we don't have the resources, time, energy, money to move forward with putting our house on the market and moving. Thanks. How do we move forward and move out of the stuck feeling and limitations that seem to be presenting themselves? As like I know Kristen, and I also know what she does. And Kristen's worked with me before. So I just want to disclose that. Now, you would know that awareness is probably half of the way forward. And it sounds like you've got lots of awareness. I do feel like there's an undercurrent of not wanting to move. So it's funny because we can, and you're going to have to explore this, and I know you can. So I'm going kind of left of field here. Our brain, logically, we can feel like, yes, I want to move. This is going to be great, blah, 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 blah. But there's an aspect of the self regarding our experiences in the house or even our trauma, whatever. It feels like there's an anchoring into the house that needs to be released. So I know you have the skill set to be able to work on that. Um, there is also there's a lot of fear around that. Okay. Um, and there's a lot of fear and concern, is what I would say, is coming up. Regarding how you move forward and getting out of that stuck feeling, I know you have a good bag of tricks. I know you have the skills in order to move into the self for that level of inquiry. Um, And if you would like to work with me, I can help you, but also um, think of other people that are in your life that can actually, other practitioners that could support you as well during that, because it feels energetic, is what I'm going to say. So I hope that helps. Um, hubby kind of feels ready, but not ready as well. So it just feels like it's just not quite time. Um, yeah, because it feels like you're organized, maybe not to the level of organization that you would like to be, but it does feel like you've got everything kind of everything can be in place. Okay? I know that's a little higgledy-piggledy, but I hope that helps. Um, let's see if there's any. Okay, yep. Okay, yes, we have noticed fear coming up around change and unfamiliarity. I do been using my tools, but not sure if there's something more to it. Yeah, it's quite deep what's going on. Thank you for all the feedback. That's exactly as we have felt, ready but not ready, fear of losing our security here. Yep. It's, they're showing me the fool, like it's that leaping off the cliff, traveling light. You've got everything you need in your little kit bag, and they just, sorry, I've got to pull my chair up. They just want to let you know it's about the love that you anchor wherever you go. Okay. Yeah. And communities can stay connected. You know that. Okay. Regardless of where you go. So I hope that helps, Kristen. Let me know how you get on too. Right. How are we going for time? Okay. I'm just going back up. Just Brooke. Hi, Brooke. I don't know. Bleh. I don't know what to do with my small side hustle. It's not going very well. Okay. Um, the one thing that they're showing me is passion. And when we have passion for something and it's going well, it's easy to continue with that passion. When things go down, it's harder to maintain that level. They want you to look outside the square, and this could be something as simple as rebranding, renaming, remarketing. There's a revision, that will help inject some new energy into the side hustle. Okay. And then the to pick and choose the places that you put your energy. I'm hoping this makes sense to you, because they're not giving me, we don't necessarily get the full picture of what exactly that is. Um, uh, they're saying that the creative pursuits are not only a benefit to you, but they're a benefit to others. When we're creative, we're actually channeling energy. So even something simple like pouring candles, the fact that you totally zone out, let's just say, for example, that you totally zone out is basically a form of meditation. Okay, so there's a lot of benefit in um, some actions that are more than just kind of earning money. Okay, so they just want you to remember that. It does feel like it will pick up. It feels like spring. I'm being given spring. I'm actually hearing and seeing the word spring, and it does feel like there will be an increase in the services then. But in the meantime, it's just about sitting back and going, hey, where do I want this to go? What do I want it to look like? And just using the winter months for that standstill so that you're ready for the new growth in spring. Hope that makes sense. Excellent. That is exactly what I've been contemplating. A lot of readings are validation. That's what it's about. It's about us picking up what you've got going on and validating what you already know, plus a few little tidbits, a few little golden nuggets. Um, you're all over it, lovely. Okay. Yep. Yep. Thank you. That's perfect. Been super upset about it. I know it can be really disheartening. But that's why they want you to focus back on the passion and the enjoyment that it gives you once you take away the it must be this and it must be that and it must do this and it must do that. So once you take away those confines, those barriers around it, then it can just flourish the way from your heart. Okay. Perfect validation. Wonderful. Thanks, Brooke. Okie dokie. Let's go up and find some more people. So remember to like and share the feed, please. Offering a exchange of energy. Mhm. Um, sure I've missed one up here. Okay. Taylor, that's who I was looking for. What does my future love life look like? Oh my God. Is there any connection still to the ex? Because it does feel like there's someone kind of hanging around, or what my friend calls orbiting. Their energy is orbiting, or they are orbiting. So that's the first thing I pick up. Um, the other thing that is coming up is to have your feet firmly planted on the ground and to not have your head in the clouds. It seems like you can get a little whirlwind in something, the potential of a relationship happening, and you forget to look or see the signs that are being presented to you. Um, so they just want you to look at being grounded. I'm hoping this makes sense to you because it's really important. Now, a lot of that is also tied up with uh, boundaries, personal, energetic, and self worth as well. So you feel quite bubbly and happy for the majority of the time. We can't be on 24/7, but your energy is presenting as giving, loving, happy, um, bouncy. I want to say bouncy, and unfortunately, what I'm seeing is that many people have taken advantage of you from your giving nature. So it's about kind of understanding, hey, I've given, I've given, I've given. I'm not getting a response back. This person is wanting to take more, blah, blah, blah. And it just feels like once you start, it's always about you. Anything that happens to us, anything is about us as an individual. And all these other people that are entering your life are all the players, the participants in the game. okay, of your life. And they're all there to reflect back what we have going on in regards to um, how we feel about ourselves, how we view the world. You know, if we're a bit woe is I, all of a sudden we've got these people coming up that is amplifying that perspective that we have, or we have a lot of drama or a lot of stuff happening to us. I'm not saying that's you at all. I'm just using that as an example. Um, but yeah, I do see that you get taken advantage of a little. So I would like to see that in the next 6 months, okay, they're giving me 6 months, that you really focus upon yourself and how you can work on yourself. It does. I'm seeing a guy coming in now. It's funny because you've just got to get the information out that you've got to get out, and then they'll give you more information. um, and he is quite tall. I'm going to say, like you'll see him coming a mile off. Like that's kind of how tall he is. He's a little head and shoulders above the average kind of guy. Um, this might be a bit of a weird thing to say, but he knows his shit. So I want to unpack that for you a little bit, because I understand what they're saying when they give me information, because it's has a heap of information attached to the one bit of information. He knows who he is. He knows what his baggage is, and he just feels like he's ready to take this step. He's looking for someone who knows their shit as well. In my ordinary life, I would say that, they're empowered and they're sitting in their truth, and, they know who they are, and, they're aware. But anyway, in this instance, this guy knows his shit is what I'm gonna say, okay? And, yeah, it's important for you to move into a space where you are in knowingness of your stuff as well. Yep. So they did give me a 6 month window for you to be working on yourself, and it it feels like this guy's going to come kind of out of nowhere, because I can't see him with anyone in particular. It just feels like you're going to be running into this guy somewhere. So I hope that helps. I'm going to look for some feedback if you've got some, Taylor. Okay, I've got a yes. Yeah, so I hope that helps, lovely. Okay, this is a bit of a different question. Hi, Danielle. I'm wondering if my parents will move in with me so I can look after them. If they do, will I continue to work full time? It feels like your dad is a little bit more rigid than your mum. It feels like your mum is would be quite happy to kind of hand over the reins a bit after all the years of cooking, cleaning, all that kind of stuff. Not to say that she's not capable. She's definitely capable, but it just feels like for her it would relieve a lot of pressure. But it just feels like Dad will take a little bit more time to warm up to the idea. That's where the resistance feels like it's coming from. Um, so there's a little bit to work on. They're requesting that you it's a bit tricky. So you just drop seeds of information that they can then. So it's not about giving a heap of information. It's about, oh, it'd be really good, you know. Uh, Actually, I can't even give you an example. I don't know what it is. You know what it is. You know your parents well. It's about it's about just planting seeds as opposed to giving a whole essay. Okay. It'll be easier to digest and it'll be easier for your dad to get his head around the fact that it's actually going to be his idea, not that he's being, and I know he's not being forced, but there's a feeling of just not wanting to. So he's feeling the pressure. Okay. I let's see what's going on with dad. Yeah, he's quite rigid. And I would say set in his ways. Okay, exactly how it is. You know how to butter him up, I'm going to say. Okay. Uh, you know how to do that. All right. Um, does he like his baked goods? Because I'm just seeing like cakes and slices and stuff like that. Maybe just take him something, just a little, almost like a peace offering in a way. Um, okay, you nailed him. Yeah, look, he's a beautiful man, but it's just such a wretched time in their life to have to give everything up and then rely on others. It is kind of how it's designed to be, and it's wonderful that you can be there. Oh, beautiful. Thank you for that. That's what I was seeing. I often bake for him. Beautiful. Um, he's just going to take a little bit of time, and you've just got to allow him the time to get to that decision in his own way. um yeah, and is he connected in with the shed? They're showing me the shed. Is the shed kind of like the um it just feels like there's a lot of stuff in the shed, and maybe it's just too overwhelming. Okay. It's amazing how small things can just limit the ability to move forward. So, regarding anything actually happening in your job, it doesn't feel like there's a transition, right? There's a transition, and it kind of feels like a good thing if you are at work all the time in order for them to make the transition in their own, even though it's your space, but in their own space without anyone there. And then it does feel like you will cut back your work. It just feels incrementally. Okay. So everything will just happen. It feels like everything's just going to happen at a nice pace, to guide you guys along. Okay. So I wish you well in that. Oh, thanks, Taylor. Thank you so much. That has helped heaps. Good luck. Okay, 40 minutes. Wow, time just goes so fast. I'm just going to do one more reading and then we'll do a trance channel, okay? So thank you everyone for popping your questions up. Okay, let me find. Okay, Wayne. Now I've worked with Wayne before. I will disclose that. I'm not too sure what he's doing work-wise. I know you're talking. I think you're talking about your spiritual work. I don't think you're talking about your muggle job. Although I do know that there's some shifts. Are you looking at changing departments? It's hard because I know a little bit of information. So, uh, yeah, okay. Leanne, thank you so much. Was hoping we can gradually transition them. That's what it feels like. And it feels like any step beyond that, once they are in the house, will be beautiful little increments. Okay. Wayne, let's bring you up. What does my work involve in the future? Um, so I'm being shown, it's hard because I gotta push past the information that I already know. Okay. Um, department switch. I'm gonna go with that because it does feel like there'll be a department switch. I know that you have, or I feel that you have, different skill sets. So I do feel like you can move departments. So it does feel like this is coming up rather soon. And they're asking you to go for it, to apply for it. Nothing bad can happen from applying for it. Okay. But um, regarding the other work, I think we spoke about going into nature. So they're just showing me that again. And I think we spoke about um, the journaling. But what they were showing me earlier was the cards, okay? The tarot cards or the oracle cards or whatever you're working with. They want you to get a little bit more focused on them and start working with them. Um, it feels What I'm seeing is the steps leading up towards that connection strengthening, okay? And there's many ways you can do that. So like the what I've just mentioned, they're all good ways for you to open up, as well as the journaling or the automatic writing as well. So I hope you wanted a reading on that because that's what was coming up. Okay. Um, I know you're thinking when, like when is it all going to happen? It's not about when, it's about the now. It's about what's happening right now, okay? And what you can do. I've been plugging away at this for 20 years now, roughly. I haven't been reading for that long, but I've been intuiting energy and information for a long time. It's only just been put together as a reading. Um, so just know that the divine timing, we all love that one, don't we? Divine timing has its own course beyond what our linear brain wants it to be. Okay. So yeah, look at that department switch. It does feel like it's with the same company. It feels like it will get you out of a bind, is what they're saying. And yeah, I hope that helps you. Okay, Wayne. Alrighty. We're gonna do a trans-channel transmission now. So um trans-channel. Let me take my glasses off now, I think. Go a little blurry for a minute. So the trance channel is a very different space to reading psychically. It is a space where I connect with high dimensional beings of light. I've been doing this for connecting with high dimensional beings of light pretty much from in this capacity as the trance channel. We're heading on 9 years now. It used to be where they would come in and I would feel them around me. It's been a beautiful transition. It really has. And it couldn't have been any other way. And that's one thing that we get to recognize as we move through life that, you know, I was saying to someone the other day that turning a certain age, I'm turning 50 next year, and it can sometimes come with that state of reflection or self-analysis or am I where I want to be? Have I done what I wanted to do? And I just know and trust that I am exactly where I need to be right now, and that everything that has happened the way it needed to happen in order for me to be where I am today. So I don't know if I spoke last week about there being no rush, and I'm really okay with all of that. I know that spirit has and my soul has plans for the future, and I know there are books to channel, and I know there's more teaching, and I know there's bigger platforms regarding the trance channel, but I just trust that you know, now isn't the time. And when the time happens, I'll be completely ready for it. Okay. So they just want to impart that little that little nugget for you guys. Um, we're always in a bit of a rush to get somewhere or get something or be something, or we're always in a bit of a rush, and they're just asking you to slow down, kind of slow down and smell the roses, kind of. By all means, continue to take action, but just trust that what's yours is coming. Okay. Quite often we have that fear of missing out. Um, and, whatever it may be, a job, a house, a relationship, it's everything's working behind the scenes. So all you have to do is focus upon yourself and what working in your own backyard. That's what I've been doing for a really long time. Working in your own backyard, it will benefit you greatly. Just putting my slippers back on. I've got to find them. Yeah. Okay. All right. Thanks, Wayne. Yep. No worries. We can have a chat about that. So, trans-channel transmission, I reach up. I increase my frequency to reach up to spirit and open myself up. I'm really familiar with that. I started off doing healing, which is channeling universal light, and then I worked with mainly the archangels. So I was channeling angelic energy and working with them, and then I worked in my backyard for a very long time and continue still to work in my own backyard. And, spirit taught me from there. So as you release stuff, you allow more light in and you allow more access to who you truly are. So all you're doing is becoming who you already are. Okay. You're just releasing the limitations and the blockages around that. So, spirit, it feels just lovely. Channeling spirit, it really does. I am blessed to receive their beautiful frequency entering my body. And the way it works is after that blending happens, they utilize my entire body, really. So they'll use my energetic system to help, especially the heart space, to be transmitting the energies. But it's because it's the spoken word, a lot of it is in the voice as well. So you will find, depending on who I channel, Archangel Michael is really quite not gruff, but it's deep and kind of crackly, while the Divine Feminine is really, really soft and feminine, for want of a better word. So there is differences depending on who I'm channeling. And there will be changes in the way I speak, but also the inflections in my voice as well. So this is a multi-dimensional transmission. It will reach you on all levels. So we just ask that you are open. The dogs have gone to sleep, which is fantastic because my daughter is out, so she can't dog sit. And divine timing. And yeah, just be open. Just make sure your body's open. So we ask that you close your eyes and that you move into a state of quietness in order to receive. If you go to sleep, that's fine. That's perfect. It's all good. You'll still be receiving it. And just remember, if there's bits that you miss, we're at 52 minutes. You can come back and watch it on the replay. Alrighty. I don't know what it is that Spirit is going to bring through. This is my leaping off the mountain time. So just give me a second to tune in and raise my frequency a bit, and we will get started. Okay. Just gonna have a drink. Okay. There's a lot of there's a lot of pink light coming in at the moment. So I'm being shown an image of my nan, and I don't normally get those images before I do a trance channel. Not that I'm channeling my nan. I won't be channeling my nan. Okay. Welcome. We are here. We are always near. We ask that you take a deep breath and draw in the light that we are emitting. We send you unconditional love, and you may wonder how we are with all of you at once, but please know that there is no limitation, there is no time and space for us in the energy that we exist in. We can be here, there, and everywhere all at once. So we ask that you surrender your worries, your concerns. We know that there is many things that trouble you at this time. We understand that the world that you live in has been experiencing some turmoil, some fluctuations and shifts. Just know that what has taken decades or centuries to build, that there is a crumbling that is currently happening at this time. There is an exposure that is happening at this time. So while it might feel like repetitively you are seeing the darker sides of humanity and the darker sides of systems, and that lies and untruths are being unearthed, just know that this is part of the process. The exposure must happen. The exposure gives everyone the opportunity to see, to discern, and to decide. everyone has free will. And you may notice at times that you are in disharmony with specific people. That while you may have enjoyed spending time with them, that now it is taxing upon your energy. We ask you to seek spaces, to seek people, to seek practices that support you. You know what they are. You know what makes you feel supported and loved, free, empowered to be yourself, where you are accepted. You are welcomed. And even if people disagree with your truth, that they love you regardless, that there is an allowance for you to think and feel and behave how you choose to. This is important at this time, for the old spaces will serve on keeping you stuck. The old relationships, the old ways. And you are allowed to grieve what is slipping away. You are allowed to grieve what is no longer serving you, what no longer supports you. Be mindful of that, for there is new light, new opportunities that are right there on the horizon that are awaiting you. So we would like to move into a quick clearing, a cord release, in order to support you to move freely into the new opportunities that are presenting now and will continue to present into the future. So as our love surrounds you and gently moves into your energy field and into your body, you may feel the warmth, just like a big hug from someone that you love dearly, someone who loves you dearly. For we only have love for you. And foster the love that you are feeling, allowing your heart to expand. For you are safe to show yourself as a loving being of light. You are supported to show yourself as a loving being of light. Just feel the love growing, expanding, and set the intention now for any cords or threads or attachments to people and situations that no longer serve you. And just spread your love out as it gently enters into the cords and threads and attachments. There's a beautiful purple light coming in now, a violet light. And just allow any emotions or thoughts around these people and situations to be released, allowing the violet light to transmute as the love continues, gently dissolving the cord and thread and attachment in its entirety, whether it has been sent from you to another or it has come to you from another. In your field, your energy will feel lighter, freer. Now that it is just you in your field of energy. And now we're going to offer a healing transmission to bring the light into your field, in through the chakras and into the body, offering healing on all levels of the self. Gently lifting any densities, helping to break down any blockages, limitations, and fears. Beautiful, soothing, calm, healing energy. It's just gently lifting your frequency higher and higher. And in the distance, you can see a golden light. And the golden light is shining upon a path. And this is the path of your highest potential at this time. See your feet step onto the path. See yourself receiving all the golden light. The light is illuminating the way. You can see each footstep that you make. Trust that you are always moving forward. Trust that you are exactly where you need to be. Trust that the way forward will be made clear to you. And also trust in those times where you are required to just stand still, for they are important, just as important as the times that you are required to move forward. You are on the path of discovery of self. You are always guided, always supported, and always deeply loved. It is our pleasure to be with you, to sit with you, and assist you. So now we ask that you just become aware of your body and the space that you are in. And as you do this, just feel the golden light and the pathway of your highest potential, just anchoring in under your physical feet, bringing it back into the earth plane. Just take a few moments to visualize this, to feel this, as your breath brings you back in. The sounds that are inside and outside of the space will serve on bringing you back into your being very gently and very slowly as you anchor your highest potential now into your reality, into every aspect of your existence. And just creating some gentle movement as you wriggle your hands and toes, coming all the way back into full awareness of this space and this moment, full awareness of your body, and just taking a couple of deep breaths. And in your own time, when you are ready, opening your eyes. Okay. How are we going, guys? Hi, Brenna. Haynes, hi. You're new here. Thank you. Many blessings. Same to you. I hope that helped. Yeah, so like I said, it was 52 minutes roughly. Nearly asleep, Brooke. Many thanks, Karen. Thank you for joining. That's okay. I'm nearly asleep too. Puts me into la la land. Yeah, it can take me a little bit to get back, and I feel a little bit like that, a little kind of off my head, as I say. Alan, thank you for joining. Beautiful, thank you. Thanks for the feedback, guys. We sometimes need reminding of how everything is going to work out, okay? And this is where the faith and trust comes into play, that everything is happening exactly how it needs to happen, and it is propelling you in a forward motion to where you need to go. Just know that your higher self is always with you, and they are the ones that are instigating these connections and situations for you to experience, but they're doing it with the utmost love, okay? One thing I do when situations hit me is I process my emotions. I get just as annoyed and angry as the next person, and I am within my rights to be feeling my feelings. I do not deny them one aspect. Generally, it's because someone has overstepped some boundaries. Anyway, so they just want you to focus upon the fact that you have anchored that highest potential, okay, and to allow the old to crumble away as it needs to, because by allowing it, you're allowing the new to enter at the same time, okay? Like I said before, or like they said before, actually, it was them that said it about, You're allowed to have grief for what you're leaving behind, whether it be jobs, friendships, relocating, whatever it is. You're allowed to feel your feelings. So please do that, because it'll set you up to be able to create the space for the new energy to come in. That's it for me, guys. I really hope you enjoyed it. If you do want to connect with me for a private reading, contact the number on the bottom of the screen or message the page. If you want to do a one-on-one soul guidance session, same thing. And if you want to join a class, so a trance channel, it's completely run by the trance channel. I just tune in, get a brief, and relay that to the class, and then free fall again. And it's a beautiful space if you are wanting to do the deep soul work. Okay. I will be back next Monday, I believe. Yes, that'll be the 1st of May. So I will be back here on the 1st of May. So I can't wait to see you all again. And thank you for joining me, and be kind to yourselves. Okay. Bye.